always there, always watching.
Alright, it's the day. Today is Halloween. Today is the final part of the video, and it's going to be my final little bit and piece section of what it was that I wanted to do. I'm filming in my bathroom again, I'm sorry. I like how the hair came out on camera. It kind of still looks a little bit blue, but trust me, it is a much better shade of green right now. The henna, it kind of a little bit lighter than I was expecting it to be. Like, it's darker along the top, but kind of isn't really showing up too well on camera, and there's a little bit of a smear there, but I tried my best to get rid of that, and that's why I kind of started lighting up a little bit, because that's what henna does. It's not permanent. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get this permanently, and I'm really jealous of the one watcher that actually got it done. But alright, so this is going to be a step-by-step process right now. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a little bit of blood to the prop knife that I have, and these are going to be a pain to put in. The sclera contacts, even after getting used to them, they're still really hard to put in, but today's the day, and it's kind of sad that I won't be able to wear them as much anymore after today, but hey, it's Halloween, and I'm excited. So, the first thing, like I said, that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of blood to this. Not too much, I don't want it to be too, gaudy if it's too much, but I also need to answer that last question that I've been asked by about 3 different people at once. So let me just get that fake blood all ready to be used for my prop, and I'll get right into answering that. I'm going to show on the screen, like 3 people at different times asked me a similar style question: what is my favorite band? I mentioned this once before on the journal a while back, when I first actually started getting a lot of people to follow and read my stuff, watch my progress, different things like that. My favorite band right now is Steam Power Giraffe, and the reason that I wanted to wait to actually answer this question, or answer the multiple forms of this question, is because I have a really good story for this. I went to a convention in Illinois 4 or 5 months ago. It was in July, so however long ago July was, and they were there. We went specifically to Anime Midwest just so we can actually go see this band. Well, for me. For the person that I went with, it was their first convention, but for me, I went specifically to go see Steam Power Giraffe. Now, what they are, before I get into the actual story of it, is they're a vaudeville improv comedy band, and what they do is it's a group of mimes, essentially. Mimes that sing, do jokes, perform on stage, and they're dressed up like robots. It's a little bit weird, not gonna lie, but I got into them. My roommate showed me them about a year or 2 years ago, and I just fell in love right away with their music. And they have had a lot of change in band members. They've gone through like 3-4 different band members right now, and it's been consistently 2 people that are twins, David Bennett and Isabella Bennett. They are the spine and rabbit in the band, and if you haven't checked out their music yet, definitely go check it out. The band member that I mentioned, Isabella Bennett, didn't start as Isabella Bennett. And if you go a little bit more into their history, you'll understand why, and if you know anything about me, you'll understand why they are my favorite band. So, we went to the convention, and we were there for about a day. It was like the first day that we were actually going down into the convention area, and literally as we were going down into the lobby area, Isabella was there. She was just sitting down, she was having a conversation with a fan, and I saw her, and I'm like, I was in the elevator and I'm just like, oh my god, that's actually her. That's actually her. And I'm standing there, I'm like, what do I say? What do I do? I'm freaking out, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to approach her. I don't want to bother her. I don't want to really say too much of anything. And the person that I went with was like, just go and talk to her. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not going to be able to. I'm freaking out. Like, it was literally if I was going to go meet Jack somewhere, but with more of a meaning for me. And finally, after like 20 minutes of me just like walking away, like standing away from her and just being like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can actually do this. I finally decided to go up to her while she was talking to a few more fans, and I told her pretty much how much her music, her art, and her lifestyle meant to me, and how much of an inspiration she was for me to actually, you know, find out more about myself and to manage to actually feel proud of myself, not having to worry about really what anyone else thinks of me. Because when she first publicly came out, she was really concerned at the fact that here's a character that she built and everyone loved who the character was, but now she has to change it in order for her to feel more comfortable with herself. How are the fans going to respond to that? But she got a lot of just positivity. She got a lot of support, and she got a lot of people that were like, yeah, no, we love you, we love the character, but we want to see you happy first. So it was a little bit more of a revelation for her of like how far people have come in a society sort of state. But when I actually saw her there, I'm just like, first off, I'm like, I was not expecting her to be that tall. And because when I walked up to her, I'm just like, oh my god, I love you so much, you're really tall. But I was also wearing the band t-shirt, and she looked at me, she's like, you're a fan. And I'm just like, I looked at her, I'm like, I want to say I love you, I love everything that you guys are doing, can I have a hug? And she's like, of course. And like, that was one of my best moments. I went to see them in a bunch of panels. I actually met another band member just spontaneously in the convention area, and he saw the shirt too, and he's like, ah! They are an amazing group of people. Like I said, if you haven't heard of them, definitely check them out. Go, like, support their bands. They used to do a lot of live streams, but they haven't really done much anymore because they've been busy with a lot of tours. And today is Halloween, so they are currently doing a show in Disneyland or Disney World. One of the Disney theme parks. I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, since I got that question 3 times in different forms, I decided to save it for last and actually answer it all at once. So, not too bad. Give it a little bit more of an aesthetic from how it looked before. Now I just gotta make sure that this stuff actually dries. But I kind of like it. I like how it came out. Like I said, this is really big, but this was the only knife that they were selling there. They didn't have any of the fake like squeeze knives that would like you can stick into yourself and it just goes back into the handle of it. They didn't have any of that. I really wanted one of those, but this was like the next best option. So, but with the pictures of the final everything, I will be using a real knife, and I have been using one for the pictures so far. But I'm 26. I know how to handle real knives. I think. I hope. All right, so just gonna let this dry. Where would be a safe place to put this? Gonna have to trust that it's just gonna stay standing up like that, even though I don't think it will. All right, now that that's done, I'm going to go into the slightly arduous process of getting these in. Now, I was gonna use this for my hair, but I really do like how it came out. Like I said, I know it looks more blue than anything right now, but this shade is actually pretty similar to the shade that Jack touched up his hair for during the last few videos of last year's Halloween. So I really like how it came out. And since it actually does look pretty similar to that, that's what I'm going to be showing in the pictures. But I do have this to try and give it, you know, more of like a crazy sort of stand-up look, even though my hair is already crazy enough. I also forgot to mention this part because I didn't have it when I did the first part of the full setup section at the start of the video. I have mascara, and you guys will see what the actual purpose of the mascara is. It's not for my eyes. You guys will see that when I get to it, but right now it's gonna be the contacts. So I'm gonna pause here, I'm gonna get these in, and then I'm gonna go on to the rest of it. The next part is probably going to be, now this is the part that I'm torn on. Do I do the part with the mascara first or the cut across the throat? I'm thinking about saving that last, so that way like I'll be moving around, but I won't actually accidentally smear it. It won't get like on my clothes or anything. So I'm probably gonna leave that last. So let me get these in and I'll get right back to you guys. All right. Oh God, that's probably gonna look so creepy. I am so sorry to anyone watching this if they just don't like the fact that, oh God, you're sticking something in your eye. Stop. It's making me feel weird. Stop it. See, this is the bull crap that I gotta deal with. Because they're so freaking big. Dude. Oh, it's on my hand. Okay. Okay. Are you in? Are you in? Nope. Nope. Damn it. I'm gonna run out of footage by the time I get this fricker in. I think it's in. I think it's in. I think it's in. It's in. Okay. My eye. No. I'm committed. I'm committed. Oh, this is freaking hot take. Oh God. Oh. Okay. Alright, this is why I wanted this to be the first step. I got it in. Oh, I got one in. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. I was warned that these things were gonna hurt. I just thought I was starting to get used to them, but this is what I deal with for trying to do a good cosplay. Okay. Gonna get the other one in. How much more time do I have on here? Oh my God. Okay. Okay, good. I still have about halfway through. Yeah. I love how this thing looks, but oh my God. And another weird thing is that when I wear these, there's like a ring around my vision, so it ends up looking like everything's in like through a lens. And once I get the second one in, it starts looking like a little bit 3D. Like I'll look at something flat and it looks 3D because with this eye, it's not really the best in the vision department, so it ends up moving a little bit. Ow! So that's why I wanted to get this one in first, because after a while it starts to move and there's like a double vision effect, which means everything that I see is doubled. So anytime I look at something two-dimensional, it pops out at me like a 3DS. Like that's how they did the 3DS effect. It's so weird, but I've gotten used to that. I've gotten more used to that than actually putting these in. Oh, get it. Nope. Oh, nope. Thought I had it. And that's another thing. They curl backwards onto my finger and it sucks. I'm not used to contacts. Like in general, even with my eye not really being good for sight, which is weird. Way worrying it. This eye is almost completely blind. So, even with that, I never really wore contacts. I wore glasses more. And then I moved here and I couldn't keep my prescription and my glasses broke, so I just had to go along with being almost completely blinded when people that normally wear contacts right now are probably screaming at me like, no, you gotta use this, you gotta do this. I'm like, I'm sorry. These are costume. It's weird. They're big. They're much bigger. Like, look at these things. Look how big these are. Hang on, let me get to, like, yeah, it's like double the size of a normal contact lens. That much I know. Because it's only supposed to fit over your pupil. So, This is going almost entirely, almost entirely on my eye. Like, all of it. Oh, come on. It's in. Okay. There it is. There's the sting. There's the bird. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'll live. I'm good. Okay, you're gonna go over there. And I'm gonna go to the next part. Oh my god. Oh, it really burns. Oh, but they look so cool. If my eyes weren't so red. Okay. Sadly, not really able to grow the right amount of facial hair in time, even though twice daily I've been using this. It's a minoxidil formula that actually does support hair growth. It's pretty much, it's Rogaine. That's actually what it is. Not sponsored, but yeah, it's Rogaine. But I do have a little bit of knowledge on how to give yourself makeup facial hair, and that's what I'm going to be doing for this. I'm going to do the classic like Jack like beard mustache combo. Got a little bit of a mustache going on right now, but again, it's not dark enough, so I'm gonna get started on that. All that you really need is just a basic mascara and steady hand, even after I just did these. So I'm gonna get that done real quick, and I'm gonna time lapse it because I'm not gonna talk too much because that requires my mouth, and I don't want to eat any of this, even after I just, again, did that. So, time-lapse part, oh my god, my eyes. Alright. And don't worry, I still can actually see pretty damn well through these. It's just the circle around it that I mentioned before. Alright, I'm gonna shut up and get this done. Alright, still in focus? Good. Smells weird. You would never think to smell mascara, but it smells weird. I don't fall. That's like pure liquid black in there. Weird thing about mascara is the fact that unless you have the hair, you can't really tell if it's getting anywhere because it just looks like I'm painting my face. I like it. I like how it turned out. Obviously, yeah, it's makeup, it's gonna look fake, and with that lighting it's kind of ew looking, but in the mirror, it actually came out pretty good. Hopefully it'll last. Hopefully it'll actually stick around. Actually, now that I back up a little bit, it looks a little bit weird. Our sink is possessed. They're doing something with our water, the hot water. The hot water is turned off right now. but the cold works fine. I know it's Halloween, but calm the hell down. Oh my god, sink. Shut up. So, now that I'm done with that, I got 10 minutes left that I can... 9 now. Got 9 minutes left that I can record, so... gonna get the hair all frizzed out real quick, and then I'm gonna do the last piece. So, gonna take care of this real quick. I have not used hairspray in a while, so forgive me. Oh, I'm already liking it. Gotta give it the crazy stand-up effect. That's what I've been hoping for, at least. Oh, good. Yeah, shoulder roots. I need some more volume in my curls. Oh god, now I'm just sweat. Ah! Oh, come on. Shut up, sink. Ah! A little bit too devil hornish. I like it. What do you think? Look good for him? I know my roots are kind of showing up there, but I really like that. That is awesome. All right. Now, got 7 minutes left. All right, so I'm gonna get to this, and before I finish, for pretty much the whole of the episode, I'm gonna do a couple of real quick shout outs. I got them written down because I wanted to make sure that I remembered who it was specifically that I really, really want to thank up until this point. So I wanted to get into doing that. These are all going to be watchers on my DeviantArt account, so if you want to go check them out. If you don't already have me on DeviantArt and are instead on YouTube, go check it out. It's ThatDudeWithBoobs, and this whole costume is pretty much dedicated to them. And I wanted to do quick little shout outs to very specific watchers who I've been wanting to just do a one-on-one with for a really long time. So first off, Rexy's XXX Arts. Yeah, they were the first person to actually draw anything from my story, and it's absolutely amazing that someone would go through the trouble to actually do fan art for me instead of me being the one to do fan art for other people. I've never had that feeling, and thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Nemo Sign River, I swear to God, I will get your name right eventually. You've been a really, really awesome watcher. You've been supporting me, you've been just chatting with me, like, well, not like chat, but like over comments and stuff. You've just been there, and you're constantly commenting on pretty much like all my stuff, and anytime I put up a status, put up a journal, you're usually right there and you comment on it. So I really do appreciate that, and I thank you so much for that. And hey, if it wasn't for you, you'll remember that day. X-Men Monk, thank you again for watching me. Just the fact alone that you found me just based on my name, and you've been such a big support with my current transition right now. Thank you, and congratulations for, you know, discovering who you actually are. Sink! Shut it! I'm trying to be supportive here, but thank you again, and it doesn't matter how old you are. If you find who you actually are, whether you're a kid, teenager, young adult, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your age. If you find who you are at any point in your life, don't be afraid to let it out. Don't be afraid of what other people will think of you. Don't be afraid of how you perceive other people assuming who you are. Just go for who you are. Go for who you are. Go for however you want to perceive yourself. That's like one of my main points in my life right now. I'm just trying to put out who I am, and I don't care how people perceive me. I just want to say that I am who I am, and that's all that I am. Dr. Seuss, I believe. Naruto Fox Lover. I mentioned you before, and I'm going to mention you again. You are an awesome watcher. You've been one of my longest watchers, and you've been really, really supportive of everything that I've done. You're the one that got that tattoo, and I'm calling you out on that. I'm going to get that tattoo eventually. But yeah, you are a really excellent watcher, and I promise you, your story will continue here as soon as I can get to it. After this current arc, I will get back into your story. And one specifically that I really, really wanted to mention, last watcher that I'm going to shout out to, Bad Wolf 1989. You keep saying that you have been wanting to do an anti-cosplay. I go for it. Absolutely go for it. Like, you keep saying how you want to do it with either Masked Man's version with the wings or just your version of the Auntie, and with how often that you feel like you wouldn't actually pull it off that well. Don't think that. Go for it. I'm probably not going to be able to pull this off at all, but go for it. And with how often you say it's through my work and Masked Man's work that actually inspired you to get back into cosplay, that's amazing. Like, I didn't think that I'd help out anyone as much as, say, you know, Jack or Mark or anyone like that has helped me out. That's an insane feeling, but I want you to actually do it. I'm doing this, you do it. Shia LaBeouf, just do it. All right, got most of the blood. This is the bloody scab effect that I mentioned at the start of the video. Hopefully it'll come out okay. Got a few thick lines that I'm gonna have to touch up here, but I don't have that much longer on the video, so I'm gonna cut here, and I'm gonna do one last thing on video, and then it's gonna be Halloween, and we're gonna be going out, and gonna be going out as our boy, as our glitch bitch, as Auntie. Today's the day. I am so excited for it. I'm out of breath, but I just wanted to do this for you guys. I wanted to record this entire progress. It's been months since I started recording this. Well, a month. I started in September, but it's been months since I started actually getting started on it. I've been so excited for this, and I'm so glad to actually have this here to show you guys. So, before I get too emotional, I'm gonna cut this here, I'm gonna get it uploaded, and then I'm going to show you one last bit that I've been saving up until this point. Alright, so, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, that was the last part, final step, and this is going to be for you guys. If you can see what that is, it is glow-in-the-dark cream makeup. For some of you following my story, you might already know what this is. And everyone has their own version of Auntie. This is going to be mine. I officially decided to make the Guardian bonded version of Auntie what I want my Auntie to be. So this is going to be the last bit that I need to do, and then I am out for Halloween. And I am more than excited. I got, where'd the brush go? I got a couple of people coming with me, and we're gonna be going around to a bunch of different places and going out just having fun, because that's really the point of Halloween. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter if you can go in costume or if you can't, doesn't matter if people recognize you. I'm not doing this to see how many people are like, oh look, it's Auntie. I have to explain it to a lot of the people that I talk to, especially at work, but this isn't about how many people I can get to recognize this costume. This is about, it's Halloween and I'm going out and I'm having fun and I just really wanted to be this character because his character did mean a lot to me for the past few months. So you guys probably already know what this is going to be. I'm using my left hand like how I did it with the henna, so I'm sorry if it doesn't come out that good, but fingers crossed. Happy Halloween. Thank you all so much for being there, being really supportive of my story, just being supportive of me in general, and this is for you guys. This part of the costume is for you guys. So time lapse, and we'll see how it looks at the end of it. Also, sorry if the quality of these videos aren't that good. Right now, I literally only have a phone, and that's it. I got a computer that I can edit it with, but not to the best that I want to. But maybe someday I'll start making quality content. And also while I'm doing this, since I already gave my thank you to pretty much everyone else, I want to give a few thank yous here. I want to thank Maskman for creating the art that actually helped inspire me to get inspired, to actually get me to get off my slump of not writing anything for like years on end, to putting out as many chapters as I physically could up until, you know, hiatuses, you know, blocks and stuff. But if it wasn't for your art, I would not even be doing this costume. I want to thank the community, especially for first inventing Auntie. I want to thank Jack for just being supremely positive and actually going along with the fans and creating his own version of Auntie and making it so iconic last year that it pretty much inspired me to do this in the first place. And I want to thank you guys for watching, like following my stuff, reading my stuff, watching this. This means the world to me if you guys are actually sitting down. I don't know how long this video is going to be after I edit it, but thank you all so much for even spending the time with me while I do this. So that's really all that I need to say. This has been a really good build, a really good process for me, and yeah, thank you guys so much for that. Again, I would not be doing this if it wasn't for the community and if it wasn't for you guys, and trust me, there's going to be a lot more coming from me in the future. I want to try to build this channel a little bit more, and I want to try to start getting more art out there. What I'm doing is I'm holding up my hand to the lights right now so that way I can get a good effect for this. And I want to start creating more for here and for my page. So I definitely expect more. Hopefully within the next few months I'll get right back into writing a lot more. But as for right now, hopefully this shows up alright. Oh, that looks nice. I can barely see it because I've been staring at the light, but it's kind of faint. I'll have to try to enhance this as much as I can, but if you can see that, that's the marked palm of Auntie. My version of Auntie. I finally have a version of Auntie. Oh god, that was weird. Let me see if I can get this a little bit brighter for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for just supporting me ever since I started this story, ever since I started this page. And now I'm gonna go out. Oh, that's so much better. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have an epic Halloween. I hope your guys' is just as good, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next future videos, chapters, anything. Thank you guys so much again. Alright, happy Halloween!
Did you miss me?
Just sitting there.
You all thought I was gone.
Not worried about anything. You all thought I was gone. But I've been here this entire time. Keeping an eye on things.
You stopped paying attention. Well, I hope you're happy. You found someone new.
From inside. Someone to replace me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always there. Always watching. You can't do with me. Enjoy the show.